morning. My name is Mandy Wonders, and I'm a member of this congregation, and I'm your worship associate this morning. On behalf of Reverend Dave Dunn, our Director of Religious Exploration, Lexi Tangney Brown, our Music Director, Alex Peach, my fellow worship associates, and our dedicated technical team that is making today's live stream possible, I would like to welcome you to the Unitarian Universalist Metro Atlanta North congregation, which we lovingly call UUMAN. UUMAN is a liberal faith community with a mission to nurture our spirit, strive for justice, and transform the world. No matter who you are, who you love, or where you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. Do we have anyone on my left visiting us for the first time today? What about on my right? Oh, sorry. Yes. Welcome. Do you want to say your name and where you're from? Thank you, Sherry, for being here with us this morning. Anybody on my right? No? Okay. All right. We have some announcements this morning. If you are visiting us for the first time and you just don't feel comfortable introducing yourself, on the back of our printed order of worship, there's a QR code that you can scan to get more information about our church, and if you want to get in touch with somebody or have somebody get in touch with you, that's a great way to do that. We have a few adult enrichment offerings this morning. You can look at your printed order of worship. Please note that there will not be a Sunday service reflection this morning, so that is one discrepancy in the printed order of worship. As always, all ages are welcome in today's service. There's a fidget shelf to my right with some entertainment options for the kids to keep them busy. And there's also a basket of fidget toys in the fellowship hall, and there's also a live stream service being shown on a TV in there if you need to get up and leave with your kids at any point. Children and youth religious exploration classes are held during second hour at 11:15 in Discovery Hall. The schedule for the next several weeks is also printed in your printed order of worship. Temple Kol Emeth is proud to host the 19th Annual Ecumenical Thanksgiving Celebration this Thursday, November 16th at 6:30 p.m. Create courageous connections with members of more than 25 area congregations. Enjoy music, non-denominational prayers, speakers, and an amazing choir, including a few of our choir members, and our very own Alex Peach will be on piano. For the safety of all our guests, new security protocols are in place, and registration is required for all in-person attendees there with a clear bag policy in place, and you can register for that on the events page of our website. Our congregational meeting will be held next week in the sanctuary at 12 noon. We'll hear updates about finances, accomplishments, and other areas. Prior to the meeting, during second hour, we'll share a potluck lunch in Fellowship Hall. Please bring a vegetarian dish. We need salads, main dishes, and desserts. The next Common Grounds Coffee House will be Saturday, November 18th. Doors will open at 7. There's a $5 suggested donation at the door, cash only. Come support UUMAN and local area musicians right here in our sanctuary. Bring some extra cash to tip the performers and for treats from the kitchen. Remember when you used to help or try to help your grandmother or grandfather bake bread in the kitchen? Next Sunday will be our annual bread communion service. Please bring a special loaf of bread, muffins, biscuits, or perhaps even cookies to share with the community. You will have the chance to speak as to why these baked goods are special to you and how they bring back warm memories. And now, please rise and body your spirit and join us in singing hymn number 347, Gather in Spirit. Alex will play through one time before we join in. And now let's greet one another with a hand or elbow of friendship. Our call to worship this morning is a quote from Robert Baden-Powell, founder of the Scouting movement in the early 20th century. Be prepared. The meaning of the motto is a scout must prepare himself by previously thinking out and practicing how to act on any accident or emergency so that he is never taken by surprise. And now let us light our chalice together by reading together the words that are in our printed order of worship. By the light of this chalice, we prepare for the future. We prepare ourselves for the times of triumph and the times of trial that might come. We prepare ourselves to be present to one another with loving hearts, even in the most difficult times. We prepare ourselves to make the connections that will lift us out of isolation and prepare the path of justice and equality.
Good morning. As many of you know, yesterday was Veterans Day. We'd like to take the time today to thank and recognize our military veterans who have served our country. Please rise and remain standing when we call your name. Hayden Brown, U.S. Marines. I don't think he's here today. Carol Crookston, U.S. Army. Lawton Etheridge, U.S. Army. Don Gross, U.S. Air Force. We should have told these people we're going to do this. Lynn Hannon, U.S. Army. There we go. Mark Lee, U.S. Air Force. Arnie Moore, U.S. Navy. Mark Peterson, U.S. Navy. And do we have any other veterans present? Would you mind telling us your name and branch?
Yeah, Eric Nelson, Air Force.
To all of you, we can't thank you enough for your service. We're grateful that you have returned home safely and that you are members of this community. Thank you.
Now's the time of our service where we share our joys with each other to magnify them and our sorrows to divide the weight of their pain. If you feel so moved, please come forward, drop a pebble in the bowl, and share a joy or sorrow that you may have. For those attending via our live stream, you can share a joy or sorrow in the chat.
Yes, hi everyone. Is this on? I'm Janet Kaplan. I have a joy after it's probably been a good 8 years that I have been attempting to sell my big house in Alpharetta, actually for my husband and I to cooperate with each other well enough so that we could get it sold, and we did, and at a good time for selling, by the way, and we moved up to a really nice, cozy, comfortable apartment up in Cumming, just in between exits 13 and 14. So, and I still work down here, so this is still my happy hunting ground, and it's a joy, and I'm just glad to be back.
Good morning. My name is John Burkhart. I have a joy, sorrow, and request, a little combo. My joy is last week I went down to the city and attended service at Abundant Love. It was awesome. It's a beautiful church, beautiful service, very welcoming, highly recommend it. My sorrow is when I punched them into my GPS, I saw that they had one-star review on Google, and it was that one person couldn't find parking when they got there. So I had a moment to step up to the pulpit to speak about a project I'm working on, and at the end of that, I made a request, which I'm now making here, that you pull out your phone and write a 5-star review for Abundant Love down in the city. We got them from 1 star to 4 stars last week. I'd like to see them pushed up to like 4.5, 4.8. Yeah, thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Kevin McCulloch. My pebble this morning is for my father, who passed away this week. He was 96 and had been quite frail for a couple of years, and so it wasn't entirely unexpected, and we've had time to adjust, but that's a sadness in my family this week. So.
And I'm David Krober, a member here. I will drop a pebble of joy today for my son Reed and his new wife Maddie. They were married in Nashville on Friday night, and we were up there for the wedding, and all my other children, so his 4 siblings were also in the wedding party. So it was a great great event and great joy to see a young couple getting married and getting started on their life.
I'm kind of bending the rules here, but I just wanted to announce that the safety portion of the service today will not be live streamed, so that your screen will go blank during that, and it'll come back on after it's over.
This is a sorrow. The past couple weeks I've been talking about my cousin Jonah. He passed away on November 4th, and we laid him to rest yesterday. But please remember his father and his siblings, most definitely, because as a father myself, I cannot imagine what it would be like to lay your own child to rest. So please just remember his father and his brothers and sisters. He had 3 in your thoughts.
I'm John Wheeler, one of my colleagues over at CDC that I still run around with in Birmingham. Had a terrible accident the other day. He and his wife were at Macy's and they were going up the escalator and she fell backwards and grabbed him on the way down, and she's in critical care and he's stitched up but okay. And so this is for their speedy recovery.
I'm Shelley Negrani, and a member of this congregation, and I have 2 pebbles. One is a pebble of great gratitude for the love that I have and support that I received for going to jail last week as part of a protest against the militarization of the police force. And the other is a pebble of tremendous sorrow for the women who I met when I was in jail that have just, they're being held much, much, much longer than they should ever be held because DeKalb County makes money off of each day they hold you. They get more money for that. And so women are being held tremendous amounts of time without even getting a hearing. And they're just, the amount of hopelessness that I encountered in that jail was just really hard to see. So I'm holding all those women in my heart, and I hope you will too.
And I'll drop one final pebble for all the joys and sorrows that are still too tender to share this morning. And may we keep one another in our thoughts in the coming week.
You're going to get sick of seeing me today. Our 50-50 partner this month is North Fulton Community Charities, better known as NFCC. I recently took a tour of NFCC, and I was amazed by the breadth of services they offer our community that I was not aware of. Today and all this month, you can help NFC by contributing when we pass the basket or by using your Givelify app. Just be sure when you use the app to push the 50-50 plate button. Our special guest today is Sherry Morgan. Sherry is the Director of Development with NFCC. She started in January of 2020, just before COVID hit. That must have been a challenging time to start. Sherry's in charge of cultivating relationships between all donors, sponsors, and the community. Sherry, thank you for taking the time to come to speak to us. Please welcome Sherry Morgan.
Thank you, Mike. It's a privilege to be here today. UUMAN has been an extraordinary partner to NFCC, from volunteering in the thrift shop routinely, and I don't know who Jeremy is, but I hear his name often as being amazing. Jeremy, wherever you are. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Mike. Thanks to all of you. I know that many of you have donated to NFCC either financially or for coats or Thanksgiving food, toys for the kids, and we can't do without volunteers, that's for sure. The number of volunteers we had last year equated to 20 full-time employees. So thank you for that. That's huge. For those of you that don't know very much about NFCC, our mission is to ease hardship and foster financial stability in the community. We've been around for 40 years. We were actually established by 8 churches back in 1983. The first 2 employees were Mary Drake of the Drake House and Barbara Duffy, who we have a building named after. They basically worked really hard to ensure that families living below the poverty line or above the poverty line, that their needs were met. And I want to tell you a little bit about how we do that and how we support people that live in North Fulton. We have 5 pillars of work, the first being our food pantry, and many of you may have dropped off donations there, but we just broke a record last week, and it's not a proud record, but we actually served over 260 families in one day. And I have met some of your folks that volunteer in the food pantry that are here today. We give out 65 tons of food per month. We pick up from over 30 food partners, people like organizations like Chick-fil-A, all the grocery stores. We would not be able to do that if it wasn't for the love and support from our community here. Our thrift store provides free clothing to families. We serve on average about 844 families per month, giving out over $43,000 worth of clothing. Every donation made to our thrift store goes back into serving the mission. So we probably had sales of $1.4 million last year. All of that goes back out through financial assistance. We give out over $100,000 a month in financial assistance so people can stay stably housed with rent, mortgage, utilities, even helping with medical expenses. We also, many people don't realize, but the Barbara Duffy Center that opened in April of 2021 houses all of our ESL classes. We have 6 levels of ESL classes. Also GED tutoring. Both of those go a long way into improving language skills, employability, so people can get back on their feet, get back to work, find better jobs. We also do job and financial coaching to help them prepare for interviews with the skills they need to find the job that they want to find. And then lastly, our seasonal programs. You know, we can't do what we do without helping to defray costs that really can be a burden to a lot of our families. So by doing back-to-school backpacks, which you were so lovely in helping us with, warm coats, and we just had that program this week, Thanksgiving food and toys so the parents can come in and shop for their children. We have seen a need of 30% increase in people needing assistance in all of these programs. I had the privilege of working this week at Warm Coat and Thanksgiving. We served 570 families. And as we reflect here today, I felt that it would be important to share with you 2 really neat stories of kindness and what I'm grateful for having worked at the program this week. I saw an 11-year-old boy come in, and for the first time, he said he was getting a new coat. He was so excited, he ran around looking for the perfect coat. And he wanted a puffer coat. And I said, "What's a puffer coat?" And he said, "It's like the Michelin Man." And I said, "Okay." So he looked around, he found the perfect coat, he tried it on, he ran up to pick up a warm hat and a scarf. And he said, "Mom, I'm so excited. I found the best coat." He zipped it up. It was 75 degrees out. He said, "I'm wearing it all the way to the car. I'm not taking it off." So that was the first thing. And that coat could have been donated by somebody sitting in this room. And so I want to say thank you for me getting to witness that. And then secondly, yesterday was cold and rainy, and we served a lot of families that came in to get Thanksgiving food. And one of the families, I was told, came back to thank the volunteers in the parking lot that were working in the rain. It was so cold, and brought them all hot coffee. I was so touched by that. So, you know, these programs and the love of our community go so far. And I just had to share that because my gratitude and my heart is full. So what I would like to ask of you today is that if any of you have an interest in wanting to come volunteer, please come check us out. If you feel in your heart to give, please do so. There's a great need with families living in this community. And please come shop and donate at our thrift store, because everything dropped off goes back into serving our mission. And most importantly, thank you for giving me time today here with all of you. You're very warm and welcoming. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry. In an effort to fulfill and further the vision and mission of this congregation, we ask that our members and friends share their time, treasure, and talents. With this, we will now take the offering. You may also give using the Givelify app. We accept the sacred offering generously given by our beloved members and friends. May we use it wisely and judiciously in service of our mission. And now we have a reading entitled, "I Will Not Die an Unlived Life" by Donna Markova. I will not die an unlived life. I will not live in fear of falling or catching fire. I choose to inhabit my days, to allow my living to open me, to make me less afraid, more accessible, to loosen my heart until it becomes a wing, a torch, a promise. I choose to risk my significance, to live so that which came to me as seed goes to the next as blossom, and that which came to me as blossom goes on as fruit.
Sing
scary parts. So don't come to UUMAN focused on safety. Come to UUMAN to find community. Come here to forge friendships and connection. Come here to love your neighbor and to nurture your spirit. That's all I got. Thanks.
Thanks, Mike. And now please rise and body your spirit and join with us in singing hymn number 318, We Would Be One. Alex will play through one time and then we'll join in. And now let us extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Meteorologist Max Mayfield said, "Preparation through education is less costly than learning through tragedy." We thank you all for being here today, and especially to Mike for educating us on our new safety plan here at UUMAN. And while we certainly hope that we never need to use the information we've learned, we hope that being better prepared in the case of a future emergency here at UUMAN will not only help prevent tragedy, but also give us a greater sense of calm in today's uncertain world. Go in peace and enjoy your week.